Sup? We'll pull a straight up dog there. Okay, the... Okay, I just want to put on some music. Like I was enjoying this, so... I'm surprised it's not pulling it up. Because I've listened to a fair bit of this artist. Yeah, okay, everybody's heads down. Crunching and finishing. Oh, maybe not. A little bit's good though. Yeah, it got me muted, but you're here. Yeah, for a couple minutes before you go have fun watching a movie. Okay. In the theater, couldn't lose the streak. Don't worry, it's not started. Well, I'm assuming it gives you the streak just for being in the stream, but I don't know if you have to be in the stream for a certain amount of time or something. Okay, the question was... Oh, I'm glad I tested that. Okay, so... I guess that's a bug to fix. As I said, I am doing bug fixing. Don't pull up WhatsApp on my computer at... Okay, I don't need you open. Dismiss. That's neat that it does that. It's also not what I want. Okay, the credits is fine at that spot though. Here's the weird thing. It's doing the same positioning. Okay, right? That is... The credits are fine though? Yeah, the credits are just right on the edge of the screen. And yet when I do options, they're not. But when I look at this, credits show, it goes to right there. And if I look at options show, okay, so I guess it needs to be on screen a little more. Oh, I did 0, didn't I? That's not okay. Yeah. Oh, the options. There we go. It's a 1200 to 0 when this should actually be based on the length of the thing there. It's probably closer to like that. Puts it right over the link tree, but whatever. Or 300, so whatever. I don't care. The options are not huge. Stream went up right as the theater's getting dark. Have fun, bye. Bye. Have fun. Have fun watching the movie again. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna hide the sound effects slider despite the fact that it's a slider it should very much have for the... Bugger off. I lied. I don't want that to be part of the animation. Okay, turn off the animation, then we go to here. And say, no, I don't actually want that. Okay, and then negative 300, meaning it should be negative like 400. Something like that, so that it pops up onto the screen. Okay, and then I think I might try to tackle the bottle cap bug, since I am kind of... Okay, there we go. I forgot to undo the animation for the options. Options hide is actually going from not 0, negative 300 to negative 400, and then back off screen. Yeah, this was supposed to be like a whole day of adding features, and it's turned into just bugs and bugs and bugs. Okay, but I figured out the game over issue. Like I said, so now I think I want to figure out the bottle cap issue. Because they don't even have rigid bodies anymore. So they should just be attached to the bottle at all times, I would have thought. You have a mesh collider that isn't doing anything. Yeah, but that's also not doing anything, right? Is it enabling the mesh collider on the cap? But is it enabling the mesh? Hmm. Yeah, okay, because I thought the constraints... Thank you for the welcome back. I don't know what I've done to the bottle caps here. I just wanted them to pop off. I want everything to be disabled, but then when you open the bottle, it becomes enabled, and the cap pops off. And he just decides, oh, the bottle got bumped. What? The caps just stay on now? And they... what? Okay, the drink. Okay, the cap rigid body I didn't actually have here. So many clocks on the submission page. It reminds me of the Time Chud meme. The Time Chud meme? Also, the ad's just finished, and I gotta hydrate, and I don't have water. I forgot to grab water, because I was so busy just like, oh, I gotta start up the stream now. Okay, I'll be back. I gotta grab water. Okay, the bottle caps. Are they just working now? No, okay, I need to knock bottles off the shelf. That's what the issue was. Is that they rotate funky when they're knocked off the shelf. Yeah, okay, it works just fine. Right up until you knock a bottle off the shelf. And then it just looks a little off because you can tell the bottle cap is fully frozen. Maybe getting the PC back, so I might end up streaming GMTK submissions too. Nice, that'll be fun. No, I mean, like, if you want viewers, streaming jam games is not a bad way to go. I don't know if they'll stick around, but we'll see. Because I think I have had a one or two. I definitely have had one person that has come by multiple years in a row and said, "Oh, hey, I did another submission," and they just show up for the one stream where the game gets played. But yeah, okay. So the only problem is here. The bottle caps are just rotated funkity. Yeah, no, this entirely would have been like, oh, and then an upgrade tree where you use all your bottle caps to get drunk better and faster. Okay, do I just leave it like this? Can I set the rotation of the bottle cap to just to be the parent? Okay, wait, the... Because that's really all it is that it's... Because the position's correct, it's just the rotation is supposed to be... okay, whatever the... Yeah, I was gonna say 0, 0, 90 is the local rotation. So how about just on update, the cap... So the cap transform local rotation is going to be equal to the parent, or the transform, no, the cap, no, yes? Because it's equal, yeah, no, it's just the parent, I think should be fine. No, the local rotation should be equal to no. Shoot. The local rotation should be quaternion dot identity. Let's just try that and see if the bottle caps are all incorrect. It's just inherently in the model. That's not... Okay, but let's see if the bottle caps are... They should all be sticking out of the bottle, I think. So they should all be sticking straight up out of the bottle. Yep. Okay, and then I knock them over. They stay sticking straight up out of the bottle. Okay, okay. So then I just need to rotate them back to... Yeah, and it's like you can't really do a new quaternion that's like a certain angle or anything, right? Okay, it's just the cap transform rotate around local. It said local position and rotation. Because the local position is fine, but the local rotate... I want to rotate... Shoot, is that going to rotate... Oh, the space is that it's relative to. Except to rotate around is the one that's easier to do. Because then you can say the axis and the angle. That's so much easier to understand than whatever this is. Or the other question is, can I simply put the model under an empty object? Okay, this is cap. This is the cap model. So then we put the cap model under the cap. This is the prefab. I wanted to just modify the, oh, this prefab. This is a prefab. Offer atonement. Have you committed any sins that you need to be cleansed? Is this the programming in your game that horrifying? Because I know I've definitely committed some sins. I think the drink amount varies between the build and the dev, because it's probably should be using some amount of time to delta time, and I'm not. I'm just not messing with it. Okay, so maybe we don't do that if you're gonna be dumb. Except I can change the name of it. Okay, all I need to do is figure out a way to get it so that the... Okay, we're gonna just rip apart the model prefab. So just become not a prefab. Something like that. Dang it, the caps are almost good. They're just rotated the wrong way. And it's really just, okay, it's just a matter, okay, can I do a new quaternion? I can, but I know that's, because I want it rotated 90 degrees on the X, 0 on the, like, does it say between, and 0? Is it 0 or 1? I don't know. And it is 90, not negative 90, right? Something like that. I guess I should drink water. That'll be me. Have your sins cleansed in the ceremonial hydration. Certainly better than like drinking blood. That's one of those, like, I can't imagine that. Having a bloody nose and then having it like go down my throat a little bit. The idea of just somebody voluntarily drinking blood as part of a sacrifice or something, just horrifying. Also, hello. If you're curious what's happening, the GMTK Game Jam is make a game in 4 days around the theme of Countdown. I interpreted that as 99 bottles of beer on the wall. And this is where I'm at, which is, it's done, and I'm just tweaking it and bug fixing it. And ideally, I want to add drunk effects, because that's really like the whole thing. Okay. And right now I'm trying to fix the bug with the bottle caps here being rotated the wrong way. But if you also have a project, feel free to share it, because I think there's also people in the chat who are done with their projects and would want to play stuff. So, wow as in good job, or wow as in you made a you made an alcoholism simulator It's horrifying. Please stop making those weird. That's a lot of beer. Oh, and I guess if you're, I thought more people would be familiar with the 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. 98 bottles of beer on the wall. 98 bottles of beer on the wall. 98 bottles of beer. Okay, so how about this? Yeah, and I could do more bottles of beer, but I was like, no, we're gonna stick with 99. So the WoW was for both. Lots of beer. It's a horrifying alcohol simulator, and this actually looks like it's kind of fun. It's a little hit or miss. This is one of those game jams where I feel like I figured out something that I could tackle in the amount of time, and you suck, Ev. I just need to figure out the could be one vodka and you die. Well, that's right now. It just says success if you win, but I definitely want to do like the Grand Theft Auto like wasted sound effect kind of thing. But okay, so Unity Quaternion. Like, how do you do a new Quaternion? I just need to rotate. I'm like, the Quaternion dot identity is just not working out for me, but okay, did you have an example? Returns an angle. Creates a rotation which rotates from direction to direction. Or, okay, returns or sets the Euler angles, the Euler angles. Representation of the rotation in degrees. Okay, so gets or sets. So can I do dot Euler angles and then a new vector 3? Because it seems like this was trying to do vector 3. Vector 3. Okay, so maybe this is the one I want for doing 3D rotation stuff, so. Don't ask you about anything, you only draw stuff. Well, if you want to show off anything you've drawn, feel free to do that as well. Were you drawing stuff for the Game Maker's Toolkit Jam, or were you just vibing? What's your issue? Can't modify the local rotation. It says get and set right there. Because it's not a method either. Why can't I mess with the Euler angles of this thing? Transform local rotation. Quaternion Euler? Or quaternion from to rotation? I just need to add a 90-degree spin on this bottle cap, and then it'll be a perfecto. Transform local rotation, quaternion dot Euler's this. Okay, maybe that's what we do. Angles? Or just that? Okay, so 90, 0, 0. Okay. Cross my fingers, hope to die. Did make a game with a friend, but don't know. Don't know if he already sent the game early to avoid possible problems. Yeah, that's where I'm kind of at. It's like I kind of want to just hit submit. Well, and it's like I probably should just hit submit and then just update the game. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just do the game page now after I fix this bug. Because I think that was the last like bug, was the bottle cap hover. If I fix this bug, then it's the other extra stuff. Meaning the game page can be finished because it's kind of finished. Oh, wait a second. This should be shareable, right? What's the syntax for adding the password at the end? Because then I could just add... Nope, not this one. Then I could just add this into the thingamabob. It costed you to draw the game page? As in, like, deep down in your soul, it was difficult to do? Or you paid somebody to do it for a game jam? Which to me seems kind of crazy. 1 bottle of water and you traced it? Somebody paid you in a bottle of water to do it? Oh, it didn't catch that one? It didn't catch that spam message? Or is Seribot not? Wait, is Seribot? Are you here? Because I was like, that's definitely a bot. Yeah, Seribot, you're here. Oh, you were doing so good there, Seribot. Okay. This is a bye-bye. Ban. Yeah, account created 6 minutes ago. Really? It didn't catch that as a bot account. The account was created 6 minutes ago. And it didn't catch it as a bot. Oh, spit the water on the ground, took a photo, and traced it for the icon. Interesting. Okay. That is the password for the game, right? So the password, 99 bottles with the capital. 99 bottles with the capital. Yeah, okay, because I did it just straight up the name of the game. So now I can also hit that. And then that. Oh, I guess, maybe not that one. Play my game. And then we do that one with the link, and we pin this message at the end. Okay, there we go. Reminds me of the game that you have to die a bunch of times for a beer. Do I know this game? I was like, if you're for some reason, when you're saying dying a bunch of times, I'm thinking of that old Flash game. That's like Salaryman. Like the goal of the game is to jump on a set of spikes and die. It was like an interesting reversal of the avoid all of the spikes. Like the game was explicitly like a go jump on the spikes and try to die. Okay, so now please 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 please. Wait. Yes! It's working! The bottle caps are popping off, and they're staying in the correct position. Yes! I wasn't actually expecting to fix that bug. Okay. I fixed the bottle cap bug and everything, too. So now it's very much, let's go. Let's go drinking! There's like a bunch of ways you die and had to find the most bizarre ways to die. Are you talking about the Flash game I was talking about, or are you talking about some other things dying a bunch of times for a beer? Okay, so yeah, let's just make the game page and let's just finish the submission tonight. And then that gives me whatever time tomorrow morning to try adding drunk effects. Do I want to? Yeah, I think I might just fully make the game available. Okay, so the pictures, I think, right? It captures the 99 bottles one. here, this one, where I scooched down the text just a little bit. Don't know if I have enough memory in my head for that, just by a new brain, you know? Enough memory in your head for which thing? I was like, if you're talking about not having memory, Gron, who's been in and out of the chat, is making a game where you're blind and you have to remember how to get around a map. So if you want to break your brain in that way, yeah, give me a little more yellow. Give me a little more, yeah, like that. I don't actually know what beer looks like, but we're just gonna kind of wing it. So, Drew, you made a memory game for the countdown game. Okay, is this necessary? I think it adds just a little more emphasis to the top. And it does look a little bit related. And then I think itch.io was cutting it off on the sides just a bit. So I could try to shrink this a little. I think it's fine like this if itch.io cuts it off on the sides. So yeah, you're gonna wake somebody at 4 a.m.? As in, like, you're intentionally trying to, or you're trying not to, and saying that you might accidentally wake up somebody. Thumbnail. Yeah, and I'm like, if it's like, because here, that's looking good, but then the actual edit game, here, it's looking a little, well, actually, so if I just go into Krita and I raise, so if I crop and say I want to crop it like so, that will, yeah, add some extra white to it. Wait, and then I export it as the 99 bottles thumbnail. And I think that should crop it better, right? This is a Krita document. No, I just want to export it. You did it again. PNG. There we go. He said yes. He said it's also, it isn't 4 a.m. It's 1:30. Okay. I at this point, because of the audience that keeps showing up, I assume it's midnight pretty much. Like, or it's like the middle of the night. That seems to be the kind of people that stop by the stream are middle of the night European. Which is always a little funny to me because I am East Coast American. And yes, that's cropped a little better. Hell yeah. Okay, yeah, save that. And then I need the alcoholism simulator. That's, I don't want to say alcohol. Like, that's not exactly what I guess it's a drinking simulator, but we'll just do, yeah, or tagline. Can you drink 99 bottles in one sitting? Or maybe, can you drink 99 bottles of what? I don't know. Gave the permission to send the game to people? It's public and didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I might play it now. I might play it. Tomorrow's definitely going to be the time to be playing games. Like, I think everybody's in the, like, I want to just finish stuff, but yeah, no, you could definitely send the link, because, like I said, Gron is done. So, that's a possible player that you can snatch up there. The description being, and like, what did I do for the last one? Is this also edited? No. Okay, I did edit the game twice, and that's an empty link there. And I don't need shadows overloading. And I don't. Okay, that was for explaining 99 bottles of beer. I grabbed the red, but okay, and I already figured out how they do the wasted thing. That's good. I don't need a door anymore. Yeah, we're not doing the bottle opening sound effect. At this point, it's just not happening. Oh, kind of meaningless now since you can't rate but play it, assuming it has a web. Yeah, it is ad time. Okay, I was editing the game. I was editing that there. Okay, the description. I was kind of curious what I did for a previous GMTK, which was not this one, this one. Yeah, which didn't come out nearly like I wanted. It's not the worst. I don't know. There's so many of these games where I'm like, it's so bad. It came out so bad, and then I go and play it. I'm like, it's fine. Oh, okay. And then I did this. Made for the GMTK. Okay, it's just some very quick how to play, and then. Okay, so. Can you drink 99 bottles made for the GMTK Jam 2026 around the theme of countdown. And then, and then the actual how you play is click and hold a bottle to drink, and then WASD to move. Okay, so that is really all I need for the description. Maybe add some stuff like this to show kind of a how do you play. How did I tag this one? Actually, not that this is the. Oh, I did just GMTK. Oh, so maybe if I do some other, so like simulator. So simulation. Do I want to tag it as drinking? Not really. First person, FPS. You're not really shooting. I guess you're shooting drinks, so it very vaguely counts. Drinking is probably not gonna be. Yeah, no. GMTK first person simulation. 3D. Yeah, okay, 3D. How about like Stickman? No. Is there? Okay, what other tags? Because it says a max of 10, but I think you kind of want more than just GMTK, right? I realize I'm probably leaving some stuff on rotation. Barfcade? I don't know what this is, but this feels like it's accurate. I'm like, wait a second. I don't know if that's. I'm assuming this is like high motion, high. What happened in the last 3 minutes? Mostly just me creating the game page here. You didn't miss much. I don't tend to do a lot during the ads, and I tend to just use the restroom during ads, so you're not missing much. I try to make it so that people don't miss much during ads. I don't have zero gravity right now. Only Like Unity, maybe? Sure, I guess. I don't know that people are... Because this is what you're looking for when you're looking for a game. Yeah, I don't feel like I really want to put Unity as a tag. Indie? This is itch.io. It is indie games. Like, there's not really a reason to put that. First person? Okay, then we'll do that over FPS. These are looking like kind of the top tags. This looks like it's sorted by most popular tags. So... yeah, but like I said, I don't think people are looking specifically for this is a Unity game, so... if the Unity tag exists, there's a reason. And, well, now that I scrolled down to the bottom and just scrolled up, I'm like, okay. Yeah, no, that's... well, we'll just keep adding tags, and I can get rid of tags. Okay, so yeah, people are not looking for Barfcade as a tag. Yeah, and it would kind of make sense that you're looking for the very basics of just like, okay, I want a 3D first-person game. Yeah, 3D first-person simulation game. This does fit arcade. I don't know about Barfcade, but okay, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I might not have done too many tags on the last one because I was not proud of it. But I guess that is leaving... there's a possibility that there's somebody out there that would have liked the game. Funny. I don't know. It's kind of funny, kind of... it is... it's goofy rather than funny. I don't know if that's... okay, nothing else is really sticking out to me, and I think it's going to get more and more specific as it goes on. So I might just do funny and 32 by 32 specifically. Yeah, this is more funny than weird. I don't know if being an alcoholic is really that funny. Because that's kind of what it started to... okay, yeah, let's just go back to funny and call that the 10 tags. Yeah, funny after some shots. Well, like I said, that's why I was trying to say first-person shooter, because it's like, well, you're shooting... I guess it's full bottles. You're not really shooting down a shot, but that's okay. Okay, and then I need the game... then I need the screenshots for the game. And then I got the theming done already. Yeah, I really should have tagged this better. I don't really want people to look at that game, though. Okay, so I do need to change this out. So remove that. Upload a new one, which is here. No. Under pictures. Yeah, there we go. There's the one that's got the actual color to it. Excuse me. I added an extra space there. I did. You've done this before, where I say I add an extra space and you just refuse to... oops, I did forget to hit save, didn't I? God damn it. Okay, you, there. Yeah, I was just happy with how it looked, and then I scrolled down and didn't hit save. Okay, there we go. So now I just need to do, like, actual gameplay. Oh, wait, and this is doing the... doesn't show the screenshots, right? Well, it doesn't show the screenshots. It's... yeah, and it just... okay, yeah. Screenshots auto. Oh, okay. So auto hidden. Okay, well then maybe I don't worry about screenshots. Because it's just a simple web game, and I have it as a web thing that you can play and download. Or not download, but you can play easily. It'll be kind of funny that there's some color in the thing there. But... oh, and then I needed to update this web build. Okay, so let's do updated builds. That's the next thing. And then I was thinking, oh, I gotta do screenshots, but if I don't worry about the screenshots, then I think I will just submit. I will just make it public and submit. And then I can update it tomorrow if I get stuff done. Okay, so let's do one last playthrough from the top, just to make sure everything's working again, and that all the numbers are correct. And then I meant to be doing this from the main menu, not main menu. Okay, so now let's go from here. And okay, let's do play maximized so I can actually see it. Yeah, so 7:45, so yeah, what I would really want to do is the transition being all of the bottles fill your screen and then it switches over to the next scene. I don't know how hard that would be to do, but okay, credits pop up. They pop up on top of the link tree, but that's okay. Whatever, options pops up. And I really should add the sound effects thing. Oh, the transition! I turned off the transition. That's why we are testing this. I turned it off because it was getting a little obnoxious. And then I turned it off on the other scene too, I think. This is why we double check this stuff. Time to package for you. Nice. Yeah, I just turned off the transition entirely. Ya goof. Okay. Nope, not main menu. All books are written and added crouching. Nice. Is that super necessary? That you, well, I guess if you're at the point of. Okay, so that was, you know, a slightly awkward transition, but that's okay. And like I said, if I knock the bottles over, the bottle caps stay until it gets drunk. Hell yeah! Okay. Oh, I did want to vary the drink amount a little bit. Okay, so I checked the main menu was working. We do this and go back to the main menu. It does the transition. The audio's fine. So then we hit start. And then... no, we're doing a full test of everything. So I will drink all 99 bottles again. I really should... think I'm gonna win first place. There's so many cool games. Like, and there's so many teams. There's so many teams of people doing stuff that, like, this is not gonna do huge numbers. Now, is this gonna be amusing for some people? Yes. Is this... I don't know. My, like, the victory I would have is just, like, just ending up in the GMTK, like, showcase. I kind of doubt it, but... yeah, be happy if you're top 50. Yeah, exactly. It's one of those, like, if you're just... yeah, because I was like, I'd have to look and see where I've placed on previous jams. Yeah, okay, so the blue and green at least gets rid of the blue-green color blindness problem. And I do like the puzzle of you gotta go find whichever bottle that you knock down. Yeah, there's definitely an opportunity to not only add the drunk effects and then different bottles, but then also have an entire economy based on how many bottle caps you have. Have fun. Good luck. Glad to see that you're planning on returning at least. Is that 9? 5. I missed a nope, I didn't miss a bottle. Okay. The sound effects at the end are horrifying, but I think it's just kind of funny. I think it's hilarious. Okay, it restarts okay. There's not really any reason to restart the game. Okay. No wasted. I could, like... It's because if I do add the drunk effects... Okay, you know what? Maybe I will do... For now, I will do wasted instead of success. And if I add the drunk effects, then you'll have an ability to lose because you'll get drunk and then it'll say wasted. But... Yeah, okay. So for this version... But I'm basically saying in the next, like, what is it? Except I'm going to go to bed for 8 hours. So if we take this, 17 minus 8. So in the next 9 hours. To try to add a bunch of drunk effects and then bottle effects and... Yeah, so 9 hours. And that's not counting, like, actually... So that's probably, like, 6 hours of actual work, which is I can get a fair bit done. But... The game over panel, the text does say wasted, but the game manager, when you actually win, it says success. But instead, and I think it turns it white. No, menus. The game over turns it white and says success. So let's just hide that for now. Because it already says wasted in red. In the Grand Theft Auto red, too. So. Okay. Do I need to test that? We're just gonna go with it. Okay, let's do build. I think this is good enough. Okay. Then we'll test the web build, make sure it works end to end. And then do a Windows build. And then submit the game page. Then probably get very tempted to add drunk effects and see how hard it is to do some of that. So. Somebody dies in the game while looking straight at the enemy. They will see its face very slightly. Well, I know you teased the scary red eyes. I don't know if that's what you were talking about, but... drew in its face in the bonus time. Okay. Which is very barely noticeable. Well, like you intentionally made it barely noticeable? Or... Okay, now while Unity sits and cooks, let's check out some other stuff. Okay, and it does have a popular, so it does have it sorted by popular. So is this the most popular, or is this... Oh, but somebody was saying you can't rate the game anyway. Oh, but there's plenty of people leaving comments. Yeah, okay, you can't actually, you can leave a comment, but you can't read the game. But based on the comments, yes, this does seem like it's very popular. I wonder if this person has done other stuff. Okay, yeah. You see its eyes, but half its face is, Okay, uh-huh. Yeah, so this is the most popular out of the... I was gonna say, let's refresh that out of the 1,600 submissions. And there was 9,000 submissions last time. We'll see if it hits the 10,000. Very proud of how it came out, Super Creep. Also, this is such a different jam submission from your usuals. For one, it has an ending. No, it's like, it's... At least for me, I've had ups and downs. It's like sometimes I'm like, okay, this is awesome. Sometimes it feels like, oh, I haven't learned anything. You're only as good as your last work. But this one I think came out pretty good. Especially if I can add the drunk effects in the next, like, 8 hours that I have. Not super necessary. I think it's still just kind of funny to drink all 99 bottles, but... Oh, and I don't know if my coworker who took time off to work with a whole huge team of people... I keep trying to ping him with, like, oh, here's the progress of my game, and not getting anything in return. Okay, but when it says popular, if I scroll down, are these actually getting comments? No, okay. I was like, it's probably only a couple games at the top that have some amount of comments. So if I scroll down to, like, here... Yeah, okay, there's a few comments. And then if I scroll down to, like, here... I guess there's a few comments. Oh, what is your thumbnail look like? What'd you land on for the... Okay, now that the build is done, can compress to a zip file. It's blurry, you need to remake it? Okay. I'm pretty happy with my thumbnail, too. I don't know if it's, like, the best, but I think it does kind of get across the idea of, like, somebody drinking a lot. So, like... I don't know if the pose works perfectly, but... Okay, then we're going to delete this one. And then we're going to upload this one. And then... So while that's... Let's have this cook on switching while I hit save here. And then do this to reload the page. Hard to market a game with no visual references. Yeah, okay. Just with the title and a compass under it. Well, and I'm trying to think of I know there is games that have done the, like, you are blind. There was a showcase recently that had, like, a night, oh. Yeah, and then I read the name of the game and I just get stun locked completely. Was it? It's not like Blind Night. I know there's Blind Fire. That one... That game died, didn't it? Or is it still around? This was a neat idea, and I had fun with the little bit that I played. Yeah, okay, so this did not last. I also had to try this just because I say my favorite games are sci-fi first-person shooters that start with B. So... I realize halfway through that you're making Proximate 2. Next GMTK, I will be more creative. As in, this is a game on Steam or something? Or was this one of your games that you made a sequel to or something? This! Okay, yeah. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, I saw a little bit of a Jacob Geller video about this. Which that's one of those, like, I met that guy, I know that guy. Not really. I did meet him, but it's not like I know him. But is that the first, like, real YouTuber I've met? Probably. And yeah, okay, you switched, so now I can do a build. And it is still the 25th. So now you can be cooking on a build while I test the web build. Even made similar jokes. Ketchup and Proximate is a pile of sticks in your game. Okay, yeah, I don't actually know Proximate as a game, so... Okay, and then we fork down all of the bottles. Oh yeah, it was feeling fairly good in a web build, but it is a little long in the actual game. Which I think is fine. Well, I don't know. I kind of wanted it to be like a glork, 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 and then you're done. So maybe I do just need to minimize the number on this. Because this is a little tedious. Which I want it to be... Well, okay. I think it's a lot tedious. I want it to be a little tedious. So... Well, and it's because I also have the sound effect for swallowing to be pretty short. I'm definitely gonna get pinged for the audio. People are gonna be like, I hate the audio. Yeah, okay, and then in terms of the actual fun of the game, this is why I think it needs the drunk effects. Is because here, when it takes too long to drink the drink, you're just standing there holding two buttons and waiting. So... Okay, yeah, I need to cut down whatever the amount is that I have. You got blackout drunk last weekend? Still dizzy when thinking about it? I think I've only ever gotten, like... Well, see, and that's the thing about being blackout drunk. I was like, there was the one New Year's where it was like an absolutely awful year, and I decided, you know what, screw it. I don't care if I'm sick, I'm still gonna drink. Why not? And then I did not remember the rest of the night. I don't think I even drank that much. It was like a bit of wine or something, but it was because I was sick. It was like, it was not a good idea, but I had an awful year and was like, you know what, I'm gonna drink. Yeah, you drink way less than previously, used to leave fine. But yeah, too much in a short burst. Yeah, I think that's also very much the case. Is the context of the drinking. There's part of me that's a little worried about this because I'm like, this is not a sensitive portrayal of alcoholism. I mean, neither is the song, but I don't know if I want to be promoting like a game that is just not a sensitive portrayal of addiction. But I guess that's what I got when I picked 99 bottles. Blame the ring toss drinking game. Lost every time. I don't know if I'm familiar with that. Or I feel like Game Grumps did something like that, but with bottles of soda. Like, see, that's something I think I'd be interested in. Like, I'm not a alcohol guy, but I do like my fancy sodas. And that's something I don't get here. Like, in the city where there was Rocket Fizz and I could pick up all sorts of candy and soda, that was nice. That was fun. But I don't have that possibility anymore. I still have the card, though. Because I ended up at Rocket Fizz, like, again, for some reason. Oh, it's because I was in Colorado for a ski trip, I think. And then seeing friends who was like, oh, we're right by Rocket Fizz. I'm like, I have to stop by. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Are you gonna put in all of the song in the chat? You don't need to do that. I don't know if I would suggest that, but I guess the hands do look a little awkward on the stick figure, but because I did the unlit texture. Oh, I could add an outline to the arms, because the other character has an outline on the arms, so maybe that's not a bad idea. That is a bug, but I think it's a funny bug to just continue to listen to the noises. Okay. Too lazy to... 99 drugs on the wall. 99 needles on the wall. Take one down. Stab it around. Yeah. Okay. I did do another successful Windows build? Is that what this is? That's what this is indicating. Yes, I did another successful Windows build. Okay, I might just say screw it and just say this is the game. It's tedious right now, but I don't know. There's part of me that's like, well, if I'm about to make a change, I should do that and then upload that. That's how they sing it in Philadelphia. Don't know, not from the US. I was like, yeah, and that's the one I'm familiar with, is the, Oh, you're saying the 99 drugs on the wall is Philadelphia? Interesting. That I wasn't familiar with, but I guess I'd be also looking at Wikipedia to see what they say there. Okay, do I want to just submit this? Because that does make it public, and the problem is I'm about to make a change to... Because that's the only problem, is that, like, I'm going to go into here and say, actually, the max drink amount is 100. Or, 99. So it takes a third of the time to drink a drink, and then I go back and do all the builds, which just takes a bit. It doesn't take that long. Just Googled US Drug City. That's just what Philly's known for. Okay. Yeah, and apparently that just took like a minute for it to remake the game. Oh, and I guess let's run this to make sure it did that. I'm pretty sure it did, but... So in the build, it should just be, yeah, just grabbing off the wall and chugging super fast. Okay. So that means the... so that means these... Yep. Are good to get trashed, because I just don't want to have a whole butt ton of builds. 810, yes, I just did that. And then the only problem is that doing this and this and this, it takes a minute for it to switch platforms, and then it takes 5 minutes for it to actually... Okay, yeah, trying to load a web build that doesn't exist, and then trying to... Oh, that, now it's saved, so now I can. Oh, and it's ad break. Let's just make sure that the web build is building. And then I am going to use the ad break to pee. I will be back. Can't wait to hear about your first game-breaking hard lock bug. Well, hopefully you don't get that. Uh... Did it update it? Build 812. Well, I didn't actually... Okay, so I guess because I made such a small change, it took less time for it to redo the build. Okay, what I'm thinking is I get the game to the point of... Okay, that will be played in the browser. Oh, I did it backward. Okay, well that tells me which date is which. I put the date in how I used to. this is not the most readable text. I really shouldn't be using it for everything. But it's what I had. And that's what I grabbed, and I'm just kind of going with it. Okay, and then let's check and see that the amount of time it takes to drink. Yes, okay, it's a lot more reasonable. Okay. And then what I'm thinking is, instead of actually hitting the submit button right now, is that I'm going to get, so the game is basically at the point of I could submit it, but then I'm gonna mess with, let's do the drunk effects. So if I can get that going. Because I'm curious how hard it is to do like a double image or after image. And then it's also the like, can I sway the camera? Can I move the character around? Like all of those I think are fairly small, fairly simple, fairly easy to do. So yeah, because this is certainly gameplay. This is certainly an experience, but it is not the hardest. It's just the fact that you're like double fisting the beers, and it's the fact that you're doing the like. It's just, I added some desperation to the gameplay that, that just makes the experience that much more horrifying. That you're running around with both arms out so that you can double fist as many bottles of alcohol after raiding behind the bar. Attempted to write a bunch of bonus lines to the text congratulating people. Lighting on the main menu wasn't built. Time to repackage the game. Bummer. Okay, and then I missed... Oh, I didn't miss a bottle. I probably should stop it from doing the audio when you hit the end. Okay, now, time for fun stuff. So this game, the page is fully ready to submit. But there's some fun stuff I want to add. Okay, also, player falls at the end. Not what I meant. Oh yeah, because I did want to do that too. Okay, so let's go do that then. The game, no, the player. Okay, now I can crank on some music because I'm not going to be actively, specifically testing things for a bit. Okay, so we're gonna do a game over instead. And then it'll run paused. Game over. So it'll say paused first thing, but then I also want to take the RB dot constraints and make it equal to rigid body constraints Dot none. 2D? Why did you do that? You had it. Okay, so now let's go back to the game manager and put it down to 1 bottles. Okay, yeah, it took all day to get to the point of just doing fun stuff, but now it's back to fun stuff. Okay, number of drinks is 1, so that you don't immediately win. Almost 2,000 entries already. Yeah, that's... I was half tempted to just kind of start eyeballing it now just to see. I'm like, what all stuff is popular? What all stuff is And your entry isn't one of them yet, despite the fact that you're done. No, Gron is done. But wait, so is yours fully submitted? As in, can I go check out the page and stuff? Oh, I just need to grab a bottle and drink it. And then it... Shoot, it looked like it was about to fall over. Yeah, because I'm not actually stopping the game. I'm just pausing it from... let's try that again. If I'm standing out... okay, yeah, yours doesn't have an itch.io page. You're just still building and packaging and stuff. And don't have a thumbnail yet. Yes! Okay. That's what I was hoping for. So, okay, I was just standing near the bar. And I think the arm... Don't do this again. What? Oh no! Oh no, oh no. Oh no. I did it again. I did it again. I need to unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. Okay, it just gives you the weirdest error messages that just aren't related. Does itch up spoiler text? Maybe I can put 2 hints for people struggling on the page. I think it has some amount of text manipulation you can do. I don't know if it does spoiler text. That'd be a smart thing for them to add. Okay, let's try that again. Yes, okay. Let me restart. And... okay, it doesn't add much, but it does add. Okay, maybe we stop the audio at that point. So, found another small issue, time to rebuild again, but this time don't need to build the lighting first, so it's a lot faster. That's what I was running into with my bugs. I'm like, oh, I have to rebuild again. Okay, the audio is under the arm. You're triggering the play the audio. It was under here, I thought, but then I switched it to the arms, which makes it a little weird and a little confusing, but that's okay. And then it was is drinking, is drink. Okay, but what I can do is, again, which I'm doing with the game manager, I can do... No, here. Much like I'm doing here, I can subscribe to the Game Over event. And then I can unsubscribe from the Game Over event. A very important thing to do. Lesson learned? Maybe, hopefully, kind of, sort of. We'll see. Here. And then we'll do a Game Over event here. Yeah, this is why it's so addicting to just say like, oh, I'm not done with the game. I haven't finished. Because I'm adding like 2 small things and fixing a bug in like the 5 minutes between. Oh, I'm done with the builds and let me just tweak something. Let's see, it's just is drinking is false because that's what's causing this to do hand.consume and drink, and then drink is doing the audio source play. Okay, so now when it game's over, it stops with the sound effect. Awesome. Okay. Because both Shift and Control are not valid input keys for Unreal in web builds. Interesting. Okay, well, that was quick. I was not fully expecting that. That's fixed. Player falls at the end. That's fixed. The bug of the drinking sound still running is also fixed. So now it's this drunk effects is really what I want to try. Is Unity after image. Is in the Unity asset store. Downloadable. After image effect. True after image system. That's a downloadable effect. Okay, I think it's really just a matter of... I think I might just do camera effects. Oh, okay. I always said pause to pee because escape breaks full screen on web. That would make sense. What is the... Bloom... Shoot, what's the rendering thing? What are the camera effects? Because I'm like, I could do... Oh, I'm forgetting how to do the thing. Post-processing effects. How do you do post-processing effects in Unity again? Unity post-processing, because that's very much what I should be doing for not only like polish, but also... rendering post-processing layer to the main camera game object. here, main camera. Rendering post-processing layer. Package manager. Do you have post-processing? Unity registry. P for post-processing. Not Facebook. Post-processing. I don't have it. Okay, the other one was an album. And for game. Oh, and I bought this one too, because I liked this one. Okay, now post-processing effects. Every new jam entry, change the Discord profile something to something from your jam game. You don't have something in this game? Every new jam entry, change your Discord profile pic to something from your jam. Which I think is a little harder with this one, because it's just black, right? It's just a black screen. Are you just going to do a black profile picture? Okay, so now rendering. Do I have to restart Unity? I don't know, but we're gonna do it anyway, because that just fixes issues that crop up if they do crop up. Yeah, I guess a blank profile picture then. Well, I feel like that was something they did like in solidarity on Instagram, was like, oh, everybody, let's just change your profile pic to black. So, I don't know if that's, if you're backing yourself into something that you don't necessarily want to do. Okay, and now rendering. Post-processing. Window package manager. In project. Post-processing. I added it. Is that not how you add post-processing? Post-processing. It definitely wasn't added earlier, so it's okay if it's not. Why did it automatically have whatchamacallit already? Post-process volume. There we go. This is what I need. Yeah, this is what I need, right? Except post-processing late. Oh, wait. In the camera. As in not just here, but like here. I need to go to here and say rendering post-processing layer. That's what it is. Okay, I still needed to download something though. Okay, you can use the volume framework. Okay, the trigger will never be affected by volumes. I guess we just don't worry about the post-processing volumes. Okay, but then we added post-processing volume? Okay, so I lied. We do. Dadgummit, I know there's a little bit of, checking out the game, is the mouse supposed to move constantly a little bit down and to the right? No. But it's okay if it does. It's a game about being drunk, so if that makes it more difficult, But that sounds like a problem with your mouse rather than... Yeah, you might want to get your mouse checked out, because I'm not having any issues on my end. And I don't have anything coded to have the mouse move around. I'm just happy I got the bottle caps working, because that was not... It was being a pain for quite a bit. Okay. Could be a difference between local and web build. Have I tried running it off the itch page? I have no clue how that would have changed. I'm a little scared if that's the case. Because I don't know how to fix that if it's not... Did you try refreshing it and suddenly it's working? Well, and I was mostly saying, hey, you should get your mouse looked at simply because then it puts the problem on you and not me, because I don't want to try to fix that problem because I don't know how that would be. You're gonna terrify everyone in Discord, but you had no choice. And you might have had a choice. Just maybe. Yeah, running the Windows build is working okay too. But it doesn't do it in full screen. I would not try to play it in small mode though. It's very clearly not sized correctly for small mode. Happens when running on itch but not full screen. I mean, you do have to make sure that you're in the page. Because, like, here you can see the mouse is not attached, so it's like this. Like, if you drift off. So that might be what you did, is you, like, can drift off like that. You have to make sure you're, like, actually in the window. Oh, and I guess I am doing this on Chrome and not... So yeah, it could be a Firefox thing. But also good to know that you can actually get at the game page, because because it should still be under the password. Like I haven't submitted it yet. Especially because in the span of like the past 5 minutes, I added a couple things and I fixed a bug. So I'm like, yeah, I very much don't want to submit the version that I have because changes have been made. Okay, make a new post-process profile. And then can I click on it? Aha, okay, here. Ooh, motion blur. A thing that I don't like and I would not add, but... Wait. And then it's, can I turn these on and off easily or not? Because then... Then we just add all sorts of effects. So... Okay, so just for a test... Give me some motion blur, give me some depth of field. Give me some lens distortion. Oh, okay. So is it actually on? Is it actually doing anything? I haven't played this game at all even, and yet... Okay, I'm not seeing any changes, but... Okay, and you have a post-processing layer, but the layer is nothing. Everything? Don't use everything. Okay, I won't use everything, I'm sorry. And the post-process volume... Oh, just... Duh. Is global, then I didn't need to make it huge. Okay, bloom is going to be the one that's easiest to see. Vignette is also going to be easy to see. Yeah, I'm thinking we just mess with all of these. And then it's funny that you're talking about, oh, it's kind of drifting to the side. Because I'm like, that's, I think, exactly what I want to do. Is have it drift to the side. Oh, I also wanted to turn off the reticle. Because I'm like, yeah, I think that's a nice thing to have, but also a nice thing to get rid of. Oh, and I don't have the drunk effects tied to anything. It's not a drunk amount that is turning these things on and off. Okay, so do I have to do that to turn these on? Okay. I guess don't use the texture if you're not going to do a texture. Okay, everybody. I just want to have this... I just want to see that this is working. Because I'm not seeing it working, is the thing. I feel like I should add a little more to the environment, too. Okay. Tell me about... Okay, stack exchange. No. Okay, stack exchange. No, I don't want to sign into stack exchange. Okay, that can go away. How to add post-processing. Okay, maybe we watch the little minute video, and that'll tell me what thing I'm missing. Window, package manager, post-processing, then create empty, post-processing volume, add a component. And then add a new, make a new profile, make it global. Add layer post-processing. And then add the layer. Then main camera, post-process layer. Layer post-processing. Oh, it's got nothing as its layer. Okay, that would make sense. That would make sense. Okay, so main camera, layer, add layer, post processing. Okay, that just created it. Now we add it as a layer. Sure, why not? Actually, no, I lied. Can I? Yes, change children. And then say post-processing, no, just this object. There we go. Okay, that's what I wanted. Now, they also added the... shoot, what was the other one that they added? Add a layer, post-processing. And the post-processing volume is a post-process. This, you get the post-processing layer. Okay, there we go. You are applying post-processing effects. You are picking up the post-processing layer here. Right? Okay, so now if I hit play, I don't want it to be like way too much stuff, right? That's still not applying any post-processing. Post-process volume is global, has a profile which has a whole bunch of nonsense on it. It is a post-processing. The main camera has a post-processing layer, and the post-process layer is using the post-processing layer. What did I miss? Because then this is where they start modifying stuff with an effect, and then... yeah, vignette is very much what I should be doing. Okay, well, that... okay, let's make sure I did all those steps again. Okay, you go here to Package Manager. Say post-processing. Make sure it's installed, which it is. Then you create an object that's called post-processing volume. That has a post-process volume on it. Make a new profile. Make it global, add a layer that is post-processing. Go to the post-processing volume and add that new post-processing. Then you go to the main camera and add the post-processing layer. And then tag the layer for post-processing to be post-processing. Then you add an effect and see what it does. Okay, but I guess I haven't tweaked the effects. I just kind of assumed that the effects would take effect. Is it supposed to be showing up in the scene or in the game? That's the game scene. Okay, so transition, I need you to move. That still ain't doing jack diddly. Okay, and I turned on vignette intensity. Main camera, post-process layer. Layer is post-processing. Layer for the camera is post-processing. The post-process volume is called post-processing, and it is global and has a post-process volume. You don't appear to be doing jack diddly though, because this should be affecting it. Do I need to reset things? Okay, or maybe we just shrink the post-process back to here. It just is global, so it should be fine. Is it the prefab for the player's main camera needs to be post-processing? And then the add component post-process layer to be post-processing. Okay, well now that's on the prefab, so now this is also here. You don't appear to be doing anything though. I did what it said, and it's not doing anything. Okay, did I add too much stuff? Probably. I just wanted it to show me that it was working. Okay, vignette is very much the kind of thing I want, and then the intensity being on. Do the thing. And then we turn off Unity, and we turn it on again. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. I should call it quits. I added a little bit here, so I do need to redo builds. I would like to get this post-processing thing just started so that I can futz with it tomorrow. Post-processing volume. The intensity is... I'm not doing anything crazy with the main camera or anything. Like, it's... renderer, post-processing. Is there another...
Hi there, I'm Mitchell from Brain Fart Studio, and this is my game Heart Song. I made it over 2 weeks for GTKO Round 3, and I got a lot of positive feedback on the visual design and the general aesthetics. It's done with post-processing and is surprisingly easy to do. Today, I'm going to show you how to set up post-processing in Unity, so let's get started. Here I've got an empty Unity project with 2 small changes. I've adjusted the background of the camera to be completely black, and I've added in a white square so that we can see the post-processing effects later. First, you'll need to add the post-processing package to your Unity project. To do this, click Window, Package Manager, and on the Package Manager window, scroll down to Post-Processing. Click it, and hit Install. Once it's finished, close the Package Manager panel. Next, create a post-processing profile. In the project panel, right-click, select Create, then Post-Processing Profile. Rename it to whatever you want. I'm going to use PP Profile because I think it's descriptive and it's funny. This step is optional, but I recommend doing it. If you ever want to reuse the effect in the future, this is going to make it much easier. Next, create the post-processing volume. This is going to be the actual game object and component that will hold the profile we just created. In the hierarchy panel, right-click and create an empty game object. I'm going to name it PP Volume. Select this new game object and add component.
It's up, gonna work on the page tomorrow because you're tired. Yeah, no, that makes... Oh, it's 3 in the morning. Yeah, no wonder. And I think I'm kind of ready to call it quits here too. I'm just like hoping.
And you should see these 3 options come up. Click Post-Processing Volume. On this new component, make sure Is Global is checked and drag the profile we just created into the profile view. And I commented that the profile was optional. This is why. You can create a new profile right here, but I still prefer to keep the profile separate for its reusability. The last thing you want to do on the volume is create a specific layer. Under the Layer selector, click Add Layer, and add a new layer called Post-Processing. Click back onto your volume, and set a new layer to this post-processing layer we just created. Now we need to take the volume we just created and assign it to the main camera. So select the main camera in the hierarchy, and click Add Component. Search for Post again. This time we're going to select Post-Processing Layer. Under the Volume Blending layer, right here, you'll see this layer panel, and we are going to click and select the post-processing layer that we assigned to volume. Now comes the fun part, adding all the post-processing effects. So click onto the profile that you created in the project panel, open it in the inspector. Click Add Effect, Unity, and then choose the effects you want to add. You can see there's a handful of effects to play with, and I'll leave it to you to explore each of them. For now, we're just going to add Bloom. You can see Bloom has been added to the list of overrides, but none of the options are selected. If you select Intensity and set it to 5, you can see right away that it gives it kind of a soft glow effect. And that's it. In less than 5 minutes, you've successfully added post-processing effects into your Unity game. It's really easy to do, and it can make a huge difference in the visual quality of your game. I'll leave it up to you to explore all the different effects. But if you'd like to see me go more in-depth into all the different effects, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And as always, if this video found it helpful, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I did all that. I did all that, and I'm not saying it. Main profiles is where it added it. The main camera. He does have post-processing. What? I turned post-processing off, and now it adds... Wait, the thing I was trying to add was vignette, right? But at least the game works. The thing with Unreal web builds is they're formatted bad for itch, and they don't have a full screen button, so I had to rewrite the HTML file generated by the package and add a custom full screen button, but it works. That's silly. That oh, the pack! I'm gonna miss out on the pack. Thank you for the notification there. I put 99 beers on the wall into my game. Is somebody tired and dissociating? Because you've been here. I think you've been watching me put 99 beers on the wall. Oh, into Phil's game. Phil put 99 beers on the wall as a book in the game. That's funny. That's good. Okay. That's not a vignette, and it's also not doing anything. Unless that is a vignette. Calling mask. Don't call the post-processing. What did I mess up here? We do a new post-process volume? Is it because I did it like this, where I said, hey, add a new post-process volume? Is global? And then the profile that I created? And then we'll go add bloom. And then if you change the intensity to 5, then there's lots of stuff. It's blooming. The main camera, post-process layer, is post-processing. The layer is post-processing. The post-process volume, post-processing. Fucking balls, man. What? I did exactly what both of the tutorials said. I don't understand. Okay, camera. There's a camera. Reset it. Make it a post-process layer. Give it the post-process layer. It's gonna get the post-process thing there. And then there's a post-process volume that has some stuff on it. Like this. And we're just gonna add some bloom.
It's the fun part, adding all the post-processing effects. Just click onto the profile that you created in the project panel, open it in the inspector. Click Add Effect, Unity, and then choose the effects you want to add. You can see there's a handful of effects to play with, and I'll leave it to you to explore each of them. For now, we're just going to add bloom. You can see bloom has been added to the list of overrides, but none of the options are selected. If you select intensity and set it to 5, you can see right away.
Okay, yeah, you can see that it does something. Yeah, the cross-pollination of the games and the promotion of the games and stuff. Which is something I want to do here. Possibly. I just was hoping I could figure this out to add some post-processing stuff, but like a new camera with a post-processing layer. Okay, maybe we just do straight up a new scene. It's a new scene. It's nothing in it. Then we're gonna add a camera. Then we're gonna add, okay, we're gonna do exactly what he did there and say solid color black. And then we're gonna add a sprite. That's what? We're gonna add a cube. Okay, and we're gonna add a light so that you can actually see the thing. Hope you read all the 199 models of beer on the wall books. Gonna sleep now. Good luck. Good night. Thank you. Good luck. Good night. I'm I was calling it quits, and then it was like, no, I wanted to, because the flippin' tutorials for this seemed to be pretty dang simple, where you just go into here and add the things. Is global post-processing. Is it because, no, ignore raycast has a space, so it wouldn't let me do that anyway, right? And then post-processing. Post-processing? And then it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Does it not work with URP projects? Then add override for various post-processing effects. Use volume, not post-processing volume. Like global volume then? Default volume. Okay. Okay. So I need a global volume. 3 a.m. as well. Good night, good luck. Thank you. I think I hit the breakthrough here. So don't save that. Okay, so not post-process volume. Give me a volume. A global volume. Okay, yeah, I don't need to hit whether it's global or not, so then I need a new volume profile. Can I just do a new one? I can. And then add an override. Post-processing, bloom, intensity of like 5. Great, that didn't do jack diddly. Okay, add an override. Post-processing. Vignette. Intensity. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong camera. And then the player, bring the player back. Okay, now if I do... There we go, an intense bloom of like 100. There we go. Okay, I'm all set up for tomorrow. So then I can mess with post-processing effects. You made it? Phil just said, good night, gonna go to bed. Gron just said, good night, gonna go to bed. You just missed them, and I am just now saying, oh, I got the volume working so I can mess with post-processing effects tomorrow. So I'm also calling it quits. Again, now that everybody's gone... Oh, wait. Let me go back to that comment. Yeah, okay, this is from 3 years ago. But where was the Pikachu that said it didn't work? And then there was the person who said, waste of my time. We'll do that, and then this. Why did they add that? Is the video a waste of their time, or is helping somebody a waste of their time? so that can go away. I do want to play that. Okay, but now the post-processing is working, so... What's the theme for GMTK? Oh, you've missed, like, all of the everything here. Okay, but I guess I'll do the full spiel. But yeah, Game Maker's Toolkit is a YouTuber that does game dev videos. The theme is been on vacay, okay. But it's make a game in 4 days, of which there are only 15 hours left. The theme was Countdown, and I took that as 99 bottles of beer. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. And if you want to play it, we're up to that point of there's a playable version. That's a link that you can click on and play the game. And I'm just adding fun stuff now. I was gonna add drunk effects, so that was gonna be my last thing here. So, but I basically ended up with a horrifying like alcoholism simulator, where you just kind of run behind the bar and drink everything in sight with both hands. It's kind of horrifying now that I've finished it. But I guess the song 99 bottles of beer on the wall is not a great starting point either. So this is what you missed while you were gone. This is how I've been spending my time. And Brainoid did the chords. I'm debating on whether I want to do a singing 99 bottles of beer. I don't think I will, but... Yeah, and then I made some horrible, swallowing noises. Yeah, but I think with some added drunk effects, this will be insane. So, this is hot. That's... Well, time for me to go to bed. An insane amount of drinking is hot. It's too much internet for today. Time to go to bed. I'm gonna get hit with a good orly, and then yeah. Then for the overscope, then you use all your bottle caps to then buy upgrades so that it helps you drink better, faster, more. Okay, yeah, but this does tell me that this right now is like a 5-minute experience, but if I add a bunch of effects that make it hard for you to move around and hard for you to see, and... Because I'm thinking of doing, like, you black out, the screen goes black and then you teleport somewhere. And by somewhere, I just mean within this same little bar here, but... Uh-oh. I missed a bottle. There it is. And I've since fixed both of those bugs. Yep, but that's what I've been up to. And I just finished figuring out how to add post-processing. Okay, I'm assuming there is nobody to raid with because the people that were here have now left. And I suppose there is a Pagorli, but you're too late. You don't get to raid anywhere. Oh, it's a 1. Yes, okay. There is literally just a Pagorli, and that's it. Yes, I was gonna say you don't count. Okay, yeah, that did fix the speed. But yes. Yeah, there's straight up nobody. At least according to Twitch, there is straight up nobody. That one viewer is probably just me watching myself. Except I have proof that there's a Pagorli here, but... Okay. I'm going to bed. And I will be back tomorrow, probably early, because I want to get the game... I want to get the upgrades finished and then submitted early. Just so that it's not... Because there's just going to be more and more and more games. Yeah, there's about 100 every hour getting submitted. Yeah, lots of bomb games. I thought there would be more rocket ship games. Like, that's... I guess maybe because it was an example in the theme. Maybe not as many rocket ship games, but... And I thought 99 bottles of beer on the wall was somewhat obvious. But... Not really seeing a bunch of 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to bed, so goodbye, good night, good luck. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Thanks for letting your bot completely destroy my screen with a roller coaster everywhere. It is just like all over. As much as you weren't here and on vacation, this is what you've done to my stream. Okay, but like I said, I'm going to sleep, so goodbye, good night, good luck. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Bye.